your mats and toes pointing forwards. Lift and separate your toes. Push down gently through your big toes. Feel like your feet are tripods. Big toe, little toe, heel. Just rock backwards and side to side, forwards and backwards a little bit. We usually make an exercise of this, but let's just move around a little bit today, just to find the middle. So somewhere in the middle of the toes and the heel, somewhere in the middle of your right leg and your left leg. Place your hands on your hips, soften your knees slightly, and then tilt the pelvis a couple of times, tilting and tucking under, and then sticking your bottom out. Tucking under, sticking the bottom out, trying to get that to come from that lower back area. Using your tummy to tuck under, using your lower back to stick your bottom out. Good. Rocking forwards and backwards. Settle somewhere in between with a little bit of tension going on through that lower tummy. Draw the ribs down. Open out the chest. Broaden through the front of the chest. Feel the muscles around the shoulder blades just pulling together a little bit to open out through the chest. Tuck the chin, lengthen up through the back of the neck, and then the palms facing up. Nice little bit of space between the elbows and the body, and taking the hands out to the side. I'm going to take this top layer off, and you can see a little bit easier. Taking the hands out to the side. Good. Trying to lock into the rest of that posture that we've just talked about. Bottom tucked under, shoulders down away from the ears. Good. Tucking the chin, lengthening the back of the neck. So a nice quiet start to the session, just to give you a little bit of time to tune into your body and to work out what you need to work, what you need to relax, where you need to open, where you need to tension. Good. Now take your hands out, stretch your arms out, stretching your fingertips out to the side, just pausing there for a second, making sure your arms are level. Good. Elbows back in, hands back together. Good. Keep the shoulders down away from your ears and try and stretch your arms out as far as you can. Not behind the body, just in line with the body. Good. Keep the tension through that lower tummy. Keep the weight equal through the feet. Good. We're going to rotate to the right on the next one. Rotate the upper body to the right, but keep the hips locked forwards. Most people follow around with the hips, so keep the hips locked forwards to the front, elbows in, hands back together, and go again. Hands out, arms out, rotate. Trying to rotate from that mid-back level. Good. If you keep your knees slightly bent, then it means that you can lock that rotation to the upper back or mid-back. Good. One more. Brilliant. And then, same again, hands out, arms out, turn the palms down and then up. We'll stay in this position, turn down and up, down and up. Keep going, keep the shoulders down, the elbows straight. Keep breathing. Practice breathing into the lower outer lungs, not into your tummy and not lifting the shoulders. Good. Arms down by your sides. Bend your knees slightly again. Tuck in through the lower tummy and just slide down as far as you can and come back up. And then to the other side. Good. So this should open out through here a little bit. Try and go straight down to the side. That same kind of analogy of going down between two panes of glass. Good. The weight stays equal through your feet though, as you go. Keep this bit working. Good. One more each side. Brilliant. And then some squats while lifting your arms to the front. Okay, we'll do 10 of these. Squat down, sit back into your heels, squeeze your glutes and your thighs as you come up. Squat down, back into the heels. Good. 3. Open the chest as you come up. 4. 5. 6. Squeeze your glutes. 7. 8. 2 more. 10. Brilliant. Stepping, one leg back, one leg forwards. Shuffle that a little bit further. I want you to feel like when you get to the bottom of this squat that you've got 90 degrees at both knees there. So you might want to check that and come back up. And that means your feet are usually a little bit wider than you expect them to be. If you're protecting your knees a little bit, then do come a little bit further in and go a little bit shallower on this split squat. So you have the choice. Hips locked forwards, drop the shoulders, tuck the bottom under, allow that back knee to bend slightly. Make sure you're on the toe of the back foot and that heel pulls up with every split squat. So here, and the heel pulls up. We're going to do 10 each leg. 1, 2, 3, straighten the knees strongly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back knee to the floor. 9, 10. Lovely. Swap legs. If you need to check your position, then do. 90 degrees at each knee, and then come up. Good. Do you know what? I've cheated a little bit and brought that back foot in very slightly, so feel free to bring it in slightly. Everything locked forwards, bottom tucked under, up high on that back foot. Down and up. 1, 2, pull up through the back leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, last one, 10. Brilliant. Bring both legs in. Stepping wide and sideways, or forwards, like that. Hands on your hips, tuck your bottom under, drop the shoulders, tuck the chin. Some nice, slow, wide sumo squats. Pointing your kneecaps straight out to the side. The tailbone goes straight down. Drop your shoulders. Tummy in, chest open, chin tucked. Breathe into those lower outer lungs. Stay down on the next one. Tuck under, arms forwards, palms together. Rotate around as far as you can with the right arm. Back together. Rotate to the left. Good. 3, 4, we'll do 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay down, lift alternate heels. 4, we'll do 20, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, another 10. 10. There's a bit of foot stretching for you as well. Turn your toes in, heels in, toes in again. And step to the end of your mat. Good. Take a nice breath in, chin down first, and curl down. Imagine one vertebra at a time, curling, curling, curling down forwards. Stretching out that lower back. Hang there. Breathe in, Imagine and feel the air going into the back of the lungs here, and breathe out. Breathe in again, and breathe out, and let everything hang down. Shoulders heavy, head nice and heavy. Bend and straighten each knee. Pushing the knee back, tensing the thigh slightly, feeling like you're stretching down one leg and stretching down the other leg. Good. In this position, can you get hold of your toes on one leg and pull them up? You can't really see that close, but I've got my fingers. I'm pulling on the toes and pulling them up to stretch. Good. Swap onto the other side. Get hold of the toes, peel them up, and stretch them up. It just has a slightly different element to that stretch. Good work. Hang just a little bit longer, feeling that stretch down through the backs of the legs. Letting the arms heavy and the head heavy. This kind of thing is more stressful for some people than others. If you're about here, it feels very stressful. It feels like everything's stretching. But if you're a bit more of a natural into these positions, then you'll sit there very happily. So don't worry if you're feeling a bit more uncomfortable than I look. Good. So coming down onto your hands and knees. Cool. Turn your toes back the other way. And as we did the last couple of sessions, a little bit of wrist stretching. So I want us to go forwards on our hands, stretching through the wrists, and take the weight from one hand to the other with our weight forward. So you can see there I'm stretching through the wrist in that position. Good. It takes a little bit of abdominal work as well to hang forwards like this and not to fall. Good. Turn the palms backwards and then sit back a little towards the heel. So that's stretching through the forearm there, or it should be. Good. Gosh, I can feel that. Great. Turn the palms to, or the hands to where they should be, and turn one hand under. Straighten through the elbow and stretch through the forearm there. All the time you're drawing in through that lower tummy, so this time is not wasted as far as toning and strengthening through your tummy is concerned. Place that arm where it should be, and then turn the other one under and stretch there. Good. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, tuck the chin. Every opportunity to put yourself in a good position posture-wise. Good work. So, stretch your right leg back. Make sure your hips are level and your tummy scooped in. Lift up and bend and straighten. We'll do 10 on each leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring that leg down. Stretch out, lift up, bend and straighten this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down and in. Right leg out to the side. So sideways and down. Good. Scoop in the tummy, side and down. Try not to rock the hips from side to side. Think about that tray of drinks on your back. 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring that down. Knees hip width apart. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. And one of my favourite ones as I've been teaching the last few weeks, stretch this right leg back, bring it right across your body and then out to the side there. Let the body twist and bend. 2, we're going to do 5, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Foot down. Other leg out. Cross it across your body first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Feet hip width apart. Drop the hips down and forwards. Good. Very briefly. And then back onto the heels. Down and forwards. And back. We'll do 5 of these. That's 2. 3. 1. 5. Okay. Sitting around. Bring your heels down to the floor. I can bring them a little bit closer now, I think. Oh, that's about right. So sitting, knees a little bit bent, tall, toes pointing up, so strong through the ankles, arms straight out in front, tuck under, curl back, scoop in the lower tummy. Remember, we're not leaning back into this one. We're just going as far as the pelvis will let us. And that's that section there. It goes from straight to tucked under to straight again. Good. 2. Drop the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull yourself up tall with your back muscles. 2 more. 10. Come forwards. Get hold of one foot and pull it up as you stretch forwards. Tuck the chin a little bit as well. Good. Other side. Lovely. Up tall, arms out straight, palms facing together, curl back, lift the arms up, rotate the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're quite hard, these. 10. Brilliant. Come forwards again. Pull both feet up. If you can get that far, of course. You can get hold of something to pull. Or just go as far as you can, but pull the toes up using your feet themselves. Great. Okay, coming down onto your backs. Good. So, as always, Pilates positioning. Tuck the chin, lengthen out through the back of the neck. Broaden and open the front of the chest. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Good. Pull the shoulder blades down at the back. Ribs are down. Rock the pelvis a couple of times. Settle somewhere in between with a little arch in the back. Feet are hip width apart. Tighten through the pelvic floor and try and access those deep abdominals through the pelvic floor. Like I always say, lift underneath and that pulls together and tightens through here. But don't ever think you're going to feel a very big, strong tightening underneath the very deep muscles without a good pathway to the brain. So the brain cannot detect necessarily when they are tightening. But if you stick your fingers, you find the bony bits at the front and push in with your fingers there, then you will feel something hopefully tightening underneath your fingers as you tighten your pelvic floor. Good, enough of that. Lift and lower alternate legs. Even if all of that didn't make any sense to you whatsoever, I completely understand. It takes a little while to figure all of that out. But if your hips are staying level as you lift and lower each leg. If you can hold yourself in that neutral position without rocking forwards and backwards. If the leg doesn't feel super heavy, then you're doing all of it right, and you will have your deep abdominals switched on. If you can feel that it's very slightly soft around here, rather than gripping like crazy, then you will have your deep ones working. Good. It's not a complex thing to learn, interestingly enough, as complex as it sounds and feels sometimes. We're working here with the way that the body does work. We're not teaching it something new. We're working with what your body does naturally. So we're reminding it, we're tapping into the blueprints in the brain. So as complex as it sounds, just listen to what I'm saying, try to do it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, and it will work. Good. Now with those same principles, holding the hips level, take the knee out to the side and come back up. Keep working through that pelvic floor. Engage your glutes a little bit, so your buttocks. Good. And keep your breath nice and relaxed. Breathing into these lower outer lungs here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Don't just drop the knee to the side, control it out. Good. And then the next one, pushing the leg out, pulling the toes up, tighten through the thigh, and then pull back in. Don't worry about what the mat does. Push the leg out, pull the toes up, tighten the thigh, squeeze the glutes, and come back in. Good, tighten everything. Trying to keep this whole section as still as possible again. Great. Click, click. Hear my joints clicking. Lovely. Now we're going to bring the right leg up to tabletop and we're going to circle outwards. You're trying to keep this whole section still. The knee is drawing a circle. Common mistakes are circling with the foot, like that. I am drawing a circle with my knee. The lower leg just follows the movement. So this is your pen. Keep the ribs down, tummy in. Other leg strong, push down into the other foot. And circle inwards, so change direction. Good. Bring that leg down, make sure you bring it down to feet hip width apart. Push down into that leg as you pick up the other. Your ribs are down. You circle outwards with the knee. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circle the other way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely, bring that leg down. Okay, right leg up, draw in the tummy, scoop in here, pick up the left, right down, left down. This is another layer of muscles. Draw the ribs down at the front, connect through the front here now. On top of those deep ones, we're using six pack and obliques. But you're scooping in the whole time, up, up, down, down. Providing this kind of layer of tension in front. Good. Two more. Brilliant. We're leading with the other leg. Up, up, down, down. Brilliant. Continue. Six. 2 more. Brilliant. Okay. Knees and toes together. Hands on the ribs, elbows out to the side. Pick up the hip and the foot, take the legs over, but keeping the ribs in position, pointing straight up. Come back to the center and the other side. I want you to use your abdominals to pull yourself back to the center. Good. Picking up the hip, picking up the foot. Pull back in. Brilliant. So you go as far as you can to feel that lovely stretch through the back, but then you use your muscles to pull yourself back. It's quite nice to breathe in as you come up. Breathe out as you kind of wring out the lungs. One more each side. Brilliant. Separate your feet again. Make sure they're back to hip width apart and the knees as well. Tabletop with the right. Push it away. Tighten the thigh. Back in and down. When you straighten the leg, make sure it's in line with the other thigh. Good. Shoulders away from ears. Ribs down. Tummy in. Tuck the chin. When you do the swap over, place the foot and then pick up the other one, and there should be no shift around of the hips. So it's nice to have the fingers on the front of the hips to check what's going on there. Make sure you've got that control. One more each side. Brilliant. Legs back up to tabletop, both of them scoop in the tummy, one leg out at a time. Good. Good. 4 more. Lovely. Legs back down. Give them a little shake. Good, good. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Ribs down. Find your little arch again and tighten the pelvic floor. Back to tabletop again, and we're stretching one leg out and back in. Good. Out, as if you're pushing a button on the far wall. Just take this one back to the level below if you struggle with it. Or if you only struggle just a little bit, point the foot a little bit higher up towards the ceiling. That requires a bit of hamstring length, though that's the only thing. Scooping in that lower tummy. Four more. Brilliant. And come back down. Good. Give your legs a little shake. This little section is quite intense. So if you do struggle with this a little bit, you can do a bit of stretching instead, or you can take each one of these exercises to the level below. It's quite intense on the thighs because they're all grouped together. Bringing the legs back up to tabletop, scoop in the tummy, tap the toes down. So with this one, you can have your knees towards your chest and your knees a little bit more bent, and tap closer to your bottom to make it easier. Take it out a little bit to make it harder. Draw it in your tummy. Good. 7, 8, 9. Last 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. Both legs down. Purposefully grouping all of these together because it's a little bit of intensity, which can be quite nice. Good. Nice deep breath. And where are we at with all of these? Legs up, scoop in the tummy, keep the knees and the feet hip-width apart, and roll the legs to the side. Have this imaginary ball between your knees. Roll to the other side, drawing in to pull yourself back. 3, 4, 5, pulling in the tummy. 4 more. 1 more each side. Brilliant. Pull your knees into your chest. Good, good. And legs down again. What time are we on? 4. Nice deep breath. Ready for the next one. It's all in the thighs, this bit. Legs up, scoop in your tummy, crunch at the same time. Remember, with the crunch, you've got to make sure you don't bulge your tummy out. Hold on behind your right leg, straighten both of them up and out. Come back in, swap. There you go. Good. Having hold of that leg does help on this one, even though it's supposed to be the highest level of these exercises. It is quite good to hold on behind the leg, pull yourself up using your arms. Good. Foreheads on knees. 1 more each side. Brilliant. And come back down. Good, nice deep breath. And then the last one in this section where we're using the thighs quite a lot. Legs up, tummy in, crunch, straighten out the left, arms in that funny position along the side. Good. Swap. Good. A little bit of pace with this one. 6, 8, 9, 10. Another 10. 6, 7. Brilliant. Come back down. Roll the head from side to side. Good. Tiny bit of neck strengthening, which we've touched on before in previous classes. In this nice Pilates position with your feet hip width apart, your arms down by your sides, tuck your chin. We're going to do 5 head hovers to strengthen the neck. So tucking the chin, and what we're doing is hovering the head off just like this, not tucking the chin forwards. As we lift, you've got to tuck as we lift. Good. So let's go. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Relax. Tuck the chin. Hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Strengthening the neck is the key to feeling it more in your abdominals than your neck. Go again. Tuck the chin. Hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now is that 4 or 3? I don't know. We'll do 2 more sets anyway. Tuck the chin. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Nice deep breath. And the last one. Tuck the chin. Hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Brilliant. Good stuff. So supporting the head now for some crunches. Good. Elbows nice and wide. Crunch and scoop in the tummy. So that has got to go in, not out as we crunch. Naturally, your tummy actually wants to push out as you crunch. 1, 2, 3. Crunch that a little bit further than you want to. 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, next tabletop. Crunch and push that tiny bit further. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep supporting the neck. 5, 6, 10. Foot down, other leg, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Fantastic. Both legs down. Good. It's a lot of abs, isn't it? Onto your side. And for glutes, we're going to change it up a little bit today. So we have done these before. On your knees, you take your hands over to the side. This is your starting position with your hand on your ear, like so. I want that knee directly underneath that hip. So if you come too far over to the side like that, all your weight's through your arm, and it's not doing what we want it to do. We want you back through here. I don't mind it if you feel it in that glute a little bit more than that glute, or feel both of them equally. That's all good. Okay, we are coming over to your right. 3, 2, 1, over, knee underneath hip. Pulse up and down. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forwards, backwards. 1, 2. Stay strong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And repeat. Up and down. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Forwards, backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Over to the other side. Nice deep breath, out, over to the side, knee underneath hip, up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forwards, backwards. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forwards, backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Nice one. Sitting, cross your legs. It's crazy, it's a 45-minute class, but it still feels like a bit of a whirlwind of Pilates throughout. But I do have, as you can probably tell, this little obsession with trying to get every body part worked within these sessions. It's worth it, because if you concentrate on arms one week and then glutes the next week, it's going to be a couple of weeks before you come around to work on those body parts again. So having said that, we haven't done enormous amounts of arms today. So let's bring ourselves down onto our fronts. I think it was the last session we started with these arm exercises. So arms down by your sides. Tuck your chin, pull the shoulders down away from the ears, tuck your bottom under, forehead on the mat, shoulders up, hands down, shoulders down. Continue. Good. Brilliant. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Good. Keep breathing, keep your bottom tucked under, your abs working. Great work. Now stay up. Palms facing in, pulse up and down. Kind of a chopping action going up and down like that. You can have your forehead hovered off the mat. That also strengthens the neck at the same time. Good. In and out. Small motions again. Good. Palms up and down. Palms down, up and down. Good burning, hopefully. Nice one. Arms to the side. Up and down there. 1, just 10. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. All right. Hands, knee and foot. Bottom tucked under. Lunge a little forwards into it. Good. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of stretching. Not bad. Good. Bring this hand down to the floor and straighten out your back leg. Right arm stretching up and elbow to the floor. This always makes everyone laugh. 2, 3. That elbow obviously doesn't have to be down to the floor, but get it as close as you can. Brilliant. Swap legs. Other foot's up, coming up. Tucking the bottom under, lunge a little forwards. Dropping the shoulders. Everything pointing forwards. Good, good. Okay. Hands down to the floor. Straighten out the back leg. And the closest arm, your left arm stretches up. And then on the inside, the elbow goes down to the floor. 2, 3, 4. Stretches everything through that glute leg everywhere. Brilliant. So bring that leg in and we're going to do these lovely roll back and come forwards and stretch through one leg. Good. So curling, rolling back, come forwards and stretch through the other leg. Notice what this leg is doing. It's hooked around and the foot is on the inside. Good. Back. Forwards. Brilliant. Back. Forwards. Brilliant. Trying to get a little bit lower down each time. One more each side. Nice. Good. And then to finish off a few neck and arm stretches. So sitting up tall, you can sit in a chair if you want to at this point, or kneel, or even stand up, taking the head over to the side. Now you can sit on this hand or just put the heel of the hand down to the floor and straighten through the elbow. That pushes that shoulder down. Good, just nice relaxed breathing as you breathe into the stretch. And then to the other side. Remember, heel of the hand down to the floor, shoulder down, taking the head over to the other side. Brilliant. Hands behind your head, hands hooked together, and curl the chin down. It's a slightly different stretch if you stay upright with your back compared with whether you slump down into it like that. You can try the two. Good, how are we doing? Oh, that's probably about it. Let's do a couple of rolling of the shoulders, up, round, back, down, forwards, up, round, back, down. Stretch both arms back, fingertips back, stretching backwards like that. Good, lovely. So let's finish there. Obviously felt like a little bit of a slower, stretchier day today. So I hope you enjoyed that. Take care. I'll see you next time.